Hey, what's up guys, Average Design Dude here and welcome to another episode of UI UX design tutorial for beginners. This is the episode number 5. In the previous episodes we discussed how we can use Figma and some basic and complex topics like components and auto layouts, and in this episode we are going to be looking at a real life example and create a login page together. So before we dive into that, please make sure to subscribe. It's very important so that I can create so many videos just like this one and keep on teaching everybody out there. Just to give a quick intro, this is a sketch wireframe that I did, and we are going to be creating a final UI design that will look just like this one. As you can see, this is a very beautiful design. I've already done the work, but don't worry about that. We will be creating this design altogether from scratch, and I will explain you everything while we create that. And this is a digital wireframe that's just kind of a better looking sketch or wireframe. I will explain that later on in the video. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so our project is to create a login page. So you would definitely have a wireframe that you have sketched out based on your user research, something just like this one that I just created on a single page. It doesn't have to be so much fancy, but it should have the basic structure of the page, and you can just take a picture of it and import it into your computer and into the Figma and start building onto that. By the way, there are two kinds of wireframes. That this can be like the sketched out wireframes, or it can be a digital wireframe that will be just like this one. But in my opinion, there's not much difference. The functionality is the same. In the wireframes, you keep to the minimum colors, and you kind of define the positions of where everything will go. And you don't do the fancy stuff like importing the images, putting the logos, writing the copy into the design itself. It's just plain simple a wireframe, a rough outline of what you are going to be designing. And finally, we will go from this sketch to wireframe into a final UI design that will look just like this one. So we are going to be skipping the digital wireframe, and we are going to be going into this final final UI design directly from the sketched out design, so that it's easier for you guys to follow, because this is most probably what you're going to be having most of the times. So let's begin. I'm just gonna create a frame over here so that I know that what I want to create, and so that I can see it just on the top. So what I'm going to be creating, as you can see, that there is this is the whole page, and there will be a logo in it. There will be some text over here about sign in, register. There will be an image. This is just an indication of that there would be an image over here. Then there is the input field and the password field. There's the button, and there is the login via social media, and there is some other text over here, which is probably the reset password thingy that you have on the login pages. Okay, so let's just get started then. Okay, so first of all, we need the logo. I have the logo over here. That is just a placeholder logo, so I'm just gonna copy that. Obviously, it will be the real life company logo in the real example, but I'm just gonna go with a placeholder. Then we have the sign in and registration text. I'm just gonna put that into here. I'm just gonna make it 18 pixels, and I'm gonna write like sign in, and I'm just gonna duplicate it. I'm just gonna open the keycaster. I'm sorry, the keycaster is uninstalled because of some reason, but please, I will keep on adding the keystrokes. I will just keep on announcing the keystrokes as we go through it. So I'm holding the option key and dragging to duplicate it. So I'm just gonna change it to register, and I'm just gonna make it bold because we are on the sign in page, and when we would create a registration page, we can highlight that one. So there will be this thing over here, and then we can add what do we need? Okay, so there's an image that would be some kind of illustration. Obviously this would depend upon your user research, what kind of image you want to put over here, what's your business of the login page, for what company you are creating the login page, the image will reflect that business. But for now, we are going to go ahead and add some text over here as well, saying welcome. Welcome. Let's just increase it to something like 24. Welcome to login. Welcome to, logo Ipsum. Let's say that is the company name, and I'm just gonna duplicate it and make it 16 pixels because this is the base text. And let's say we say it login to proceed, and let's create some input fields really quickly. Let's select the rectangle tool and put it the height of 56, and let's just duplicate this text over here and bring it forward by command and the bracket key, and let's just bring it to the forward, and I'm just gonna make it not so bold, the regular, and I'm just gonna duplicate this because this part is going to be repeated, so obviously we can create it as a component as we explained in the previous video, and we will use a auto layout so it's more structured. For now, let's just keep this not so bold, and let's make it white and add some shadow into it. Facts, yeah, and let's put some shadow to 22. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that looks okay. A little bit on the x-axis should be fine. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's just add some more stuff into there. Let's just add a corner radius. Let's add an icon to it. Obviously it's going to be saying email, and it's going to be placeholder. So obviously you are going to be defining the colors while you're creating the final UI design. So I've already done that. I have a color palette that is just basic stuff that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to put it over here so that I can use these colors. Okay, so all the text, body text that I'm going to be using is this color, and obviously the placeholder is a little bit dulled out, so I'm just gonna use this color over here for this one. And over here, as you can see, that it's just a plain simple input that says email, but obviously to add some more flair to it and more something to indicate that what it is, we will add an icon. So I'm just going to use the feather icons and search mail, click over here, it has added, it's added as a frame, so I'm just going to cut it and select this frame and paste it over here, so it's pasted as the layer part. I'm just going to bring it over here, make this, sorry about that, I just spilled some Coke. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this color to this. Oh, obviously it's the outline color, so let's just bring it over here. All right, so that's it. Let's make this into a auto layout. Shift A. Sorry, it's not becoming the auto layout. Yeah, Shift A. That's it. That's the auto layout now. I need it to fill contents when we are bringing it over here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, and we need to make it into a component so that we can reuse it and make some variants into it. Let's bring it over here and make it into a component and add a variation that says that should have, you know, the password into it. So I'm just gonna bring another icon which says password. Yeah, this looks nice. I'm just gonna bring it and drag it over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna disable this one or delete this one and make the stroke this color. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna add some password to it. Obviously we can add more variants to it for disabled and everything for enabled, but we're not gonna do that for this example. I've already explained that in the previous video. Make sure to see that if you don't understand what it means. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring this over here now as an instance and put it over here and just duplicate this one and change it to by the way, I'm just gonna change the property to type, and it should be the email type, and the second variant is the type is the password type. So it's easier for me to identify them. So this is the email. I'm just gonna drop down and make it the password. And the other part is the login. So I'm just gonna quickly drag a rectangle, add some height to it, almost 56, and some text which says login. It should be a bold login, and I'm just gonna use this color over here, make the text white, use this white, okay, and add some corner radius to this one. Yeah, this button looks nice. Let's just convert that into a component, auto layout, and put it over here and make it into component. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need any variants for now, but we can. Let's just create some variants so that I can explain it later. So this is the state variant that says this is the default state, and it should be hovered state, so that you guys can, you know, see what states mean. So I'm just gonna change the color of this one to a little light and to darker color so that I can see the hover state properly. I'm just gonna drag this instance over here, and I will show you the obviously we will add some prototype into it so that we can see the state. Okay, so it should already going to the hover state. We will put some animation, the smart animation into it. Let's just bring another text into it that says reset password. That should be right aligned so that when we change that, it should work just like that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just align it to the top of this button right here and to the right of this one. Yeah, okay. And for the illustration, I've already used the illustration from FreePic. This illustration is created by FreePic, so I'm just gonna use this illustration over here. Obviously, this image will be based on the business that you're working for. They might have an illustration for you, but you might have to create it yourself in Illustrator or whatever. But for now, I'm just gonna use a predefined, general illustration of saying welcome. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's just bring it all a bit down, and this should be right aligned to this part. Okay, so let's just put some space into it, and let's just add a space into it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Yeah, all right. And the final part is login with the social media, right? So let's say we have two social media logins, the Google and Facebook. So I'm just gonna real quickly, why is this not aligned? Real quickly bring in another text that says login via by the way, this should be now left aligned. Yeah, login via social media, right? And put it over here, bring some icons in over here. By the way, there's another plugin that I'm going to be using, which is the vector logos. This is the best place to find logos. So if I need a Google logo, I can just quickly bring it up and download the logo right from here. Let's just bring it down. Okay, so it's as a frame, so I'm just gonna select the frame and paste it again so that it's just like this. This should be 52. This 52 is fine. Let's convert it to auto layout so I can add some fill background to it. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, that's fine. And let's add a shadow into it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's add the radius to something like 100 so that it's rounded. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's bring the logo down a bit. Yeah, that's fine. The size of this is almost 42 pixels now, and that should be okay. Let's just ungroup this so that's sorry. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's bring another logo. Command P is a shortcut for plugins that we have already installed. I repeat, Command P or Control P on Windows. Let's bring in another vector logo, which is Facebook. Oh, sorry, Facebook. Nice clean logo, transparent one. Again, it's a frame. I'm gonna Control Exit to cut. And select the frame by command click and paste it again so that it's part of the frame. Let's just bring it to the size almost identical to the G size and bring it Shift A to make it into a auto layout. Add some padding into it all across the padding. Let's say 10 should be fine. Not 10 is too much. Let's add corner radius to almost 100. Bring the padding down to bit 0. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's fine. Let's add a color. Yeah, the color is already there. Let's add effect to 12. That's fine. And let's try to make it almost similar to that one by adding some horizontal padding. Yeah, that's fine. It almost looks like that one. It's still a bit too bigger for this one, so I'm just gonna bring it the size of the F a little bit down because it has some edges to it. Okay, that looks nice. That looks fine. And the horizontal padding should be a little less now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that is not looking a bit better. Yeah, that should do it. That's aligned. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Let's just bring it a bit pixel down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, bring them closer. Okay, that's how you can add the icons. Anything else left in here? No, I don't think so. We need an indicator that which page we are on. So I'm just gonna add an indicator as a rectangle that is almost 4 pixels, and use the primary color. And yeah, that should be it for it. And it's too big. Let's just bring it a bit smaller and a little bit on the top. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so now all we have to do is just adjust the frame to the size we want. Let's just select everything inside the frame and bring it to over here and just resize the frame itself. Select the frame, command and drag to resize it. Make sure it's almost the same padding on each side, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And that's how you can create beautiful login page within a few minutes. and with basic layouts and components. Obviously, we can do a lot more here. We can make this whole into a auto layout, but that would be too complex at this stage. But yeah, to sum it all up, that you can go from here to this stage and just like that with simple skills that we have already gone through in the previous videos. Uh, Obviously we will have to create a registration page, and then we can link this page to the other page via prototyping. And yeah, that's it. Anything else left? I don't think so. Yeah, by looking at the sketch I can see that this is what our sketch shows. All right, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video where we created a login page UI design from wireframes. The important thing to notice here is that make sure that you have the wireframes ready before we dive into the UI design process. It makes the design, creating the UI design quite faster and easy once you have the wireframes ready. So that is it for this video. Make sure to subscribe this channel and like this video. This makes a lot of difference. I can keep on going and creating such amazing videos, and keep on adding value to everybody's professional life. Thank you. Bye.